Oh man, Daima is finally getting serious. After weeks of build-up, Dragon Ball Daima has finally arrived at a critical juncture, and episode 14, Taboo, serves as the final stepping stone to the epic conclusion of the story as Goku and the others finally arrived on the final battlefield in the first Demon World. If the first half of Daima was about setting the stage with lighthearted adventures and a nostalgic return to Goku's childlike innocence, the second half is shaping up to be a heart-pounding ride into true evil and uncharted territory of the Demon Realm. This episode cements the series' shift in tone and delivers a story packed with suspense, action, and deep emotional beats. So far, Daima has walked a fine line between paying homage to classic Dragon Ball and boldly exploring new ideas. The creative team has blended the whimsical charm of Dragon Ball's early days with a fresh narrative focus on forbidden power and celestial consequences. While some fans were initially skeptical about the younger Goku premise, the series has proven it's more than just a gimmick. But what really sets Daima apart is its commitment to weaving high-stakes lore with character-driven storytelling. Each episode has peeled back a layer of mystery surrounding the celestial forces, the history of the Demon Realm, the entire multiverse, and of course the current supreme ruler, Gomah. This slow-burn approach didn't get much appreciation from the audience, but episode 14 blows the door wide open, taking the narrative to show everyone that Daima knows when and how to get serious. Before unpacking why this episode was a game changer for Dragon Ball Daima, if you're looking for a place to share your thoughts, theories, and hype for Dragon Ball, join our Discord server, Hype's World. It's the ultimate hangout for Dragon Ball fans to interact, discuss episodes, and dive deep into lore debates. Join the link from the description and don't miss out on the fun. The episode starts right where the last one ended, as our heroes are on their way to get to the first Demon World. Pansy informs about them successfully defeating Tamagami number 2 and getting the Dragon Ball from its grasp. Pearl is relieved to know that everyone's safe and informs Pandy that King Kadon is already out searching to steal a plane to get to the first Demon World, but Pansy assures him that Goku, Vegeta, and the others are strong enough to handle things on their own, so Kadon doesn't need to worry. But I personally feel like it would have been great to have Kadon come to Goku and others' aid in the first Demon World, because we know that Gomah has gathered every one of his soldiers at his castle, so it would have been great to see Kadon and his army take care of Gomah's forces while Goku, Vegeta, and the others take on the final bosses like Majin Buu, Ku, Arinzu, and Gomah. I really hope we get that Avengers Assemble moment in the finale. That would be really epic if you ask me. Vegeta's royal pride gets hurt when he overhears Pansy's conversation about King Kadon stealing planes. She justifies that they may be from the royal family, but they aren't very rich. So, Bulma proposes a deal to gift them a few planes in exchange for Magellite rocks. Well, nothing very shocking. If Bulma does get some Magellite, she can create a few planes for themselves to travel to the Demon Realm as and when they like. This will make transportation much easier if Dragon Ball ever wants to revisit the Demon Realm in future storylines. Moving on, we see Degasu inform Gomah about the arrival of the Special Forces as they walk towards the lobby of the castle. The Gendarmerie Special Forces consist of 5 members and introduce themselves by making weird fighting poses just like the Ginyu Force back in the day. And just like Frieza, even Gomah gets annoyed seeing their funny introduction scene. Gomah explains to them about the situation. He briefs them about mortals from the outside realm invading the Demon Realm as they're currently on their way to the first world from the second world. Even though they have disabled warp, they're still taking precautions by gathering the special forces at the castle just in case they arrive there by some other means. The special forces find it funny for Gomah to worry about a bunch of kids, but Degasu informs them that these kids defeated Majin Buu and 2 of the Tamagami, so they shouldn't take them lightly. And that's basically what they're gonna do when they meet Goku and the others. They don't get serious at first, but then when Goku and others would start kicking their butts, they'll realize they underestimated their opponents. The same old trope. Meanwhile, Glorio discovers that something's wrong with Warp as it's not moving at all. Neva figures out that Gomah has probably disabled Warp, fearing them coming to the first Demon World for the 1-star Dragon Ball and defeating the Supreme Demon King. Looking for options, Shin tells everyone about the tunnel that leads to the first Demon World, but they can't use it as it's blocked by a shield of light. Goku wants to check if the shield is the real deal, so he extends his power pole to hit the shield. However, the shield strikes him with a huge bolt of lightning that makes him lose his senses and fall from the plane. Neva steps forward and starts to utter a Namekian spell, raising his hand above as a sphere of energy begins to form in his palm. The sphere hits the shield of light above, which makes it change its color to purple as Pansy notices that the shield is starting to fade. Neva also opens the shield at the bottom that connects to the third world. Goku gets back to his senses and returns to the group. With the tunnel now open, they can travel to the first world without any issues. Piccolo questions Neva if he's the one who placed the shield over the tunnels long ago, to which Neva answers positively. He explains that he did so to protect the second Demon World as it was in chaos. Ruffians from the third Demon World and the Gendarmerie from the first Demon World had made it impossible for them to live in peace. This was one of the reasons why Namekians left the Demon Realm to move to the outside world. That's why Neva put the shields to prevent their free passage. Well, this is quite shocking. I knew Neva would have some trick up his sleeves to disable the tunnel shields, but to learn that he was the one who made the shields long ago is unbelievable if you ask me. I mean, do you realize how old Neva's real age could be? Shin said the shields were placed by someone when he was a kid, and he's been in the outside realm for over 10 million years now. That makes Neva at least 10 million million years old right now. I don't think Namekians live that long, so there's probably something up with Neva. Either he sucked out life energy from all Namekians, or he wished for immortality from the Dragon Balls a long time ago. Even Piccolo comments that whatever Neva did isn't something a normal Namekian could do. He's truly a legendary Namekian. Neva just laughs it off and avoids to explain the extent of his powers. The gang then leaves for the first demon world. Degasu notices something weird in the atmosphere but can't figure out what it is. The scene cuts to a local mart where we see the Gendarmerie Special Forces enter to buy potato chips. Surprisingly, Majin Buu and Ku are also in the mart buying chocolates. They're amazed to see these special forces buy too many potato chips, so the Force Captain Kadam buys a ton of food and chocolates for Buu and Ku. This makes them so happy, but at the billing counter they find out that they're short of money, so they just buy them 2 chocolates instead of the entire stock. The gang leaves as Buu and Ku are quite impressed by them. This scene honestly didn't feel necessary, but I get it that they're trying to establish a groundwork for these characters so that when they are up in the battlefield they're not strangers. Meanwhile, Arinzu also notices that the shields are down. Just then, we see our gang struggling as they're hit by the air pressure after they entered the tunnel. The plane reactors don't seem to be working as it doesn't slow down no matter how hard Glorio tries. Piccolo suggests to abandon the plane and start flying as the tunnel will eventually lead to the first Demon World sky. The comedic relief between Bulma, Hybis, and Vegeta continues as Bulma expresses her concern to be the only one who doesn't know how to fly. Hybis gets worried thinking he has to carry her, but Bulma and Vegeta both make it clear that Hybis doesn't need to worry about Bulma when Vegeta's around. I'm really loving their chemistry, not gonna lie. Glorio opens the door as everyone starts to fly out one by one. Vegeta carries Bulma in his arms as she can't fly. The plane crashes on the surface as 2 soldiers notice it. Upon using their binoculars, they find out that Goku and the others have finally made it through the tunnel to arrive in the first Demon World. They immediately inform Degasu, and he plays it on screen for Gomah. The fear and terrified look on Gomah's face is certainly something quite satisfying to see, I would say. It sets up what promises to be an incredible showdown in the coming episodes, and I can already feel the tension building. He orders his soldiers to start attacking them with whatever they've got, and that's where the episode ends. The next episode, titled The Third Eye, promises to be a pivotal one as we dove even deeper into the lore of the Demon Realm. Based on the preview, we catch glimpses of Goku and the gang engaging in an intense battle with the Gendarmerie Special Forces. This fight is likely to be the team's first major confrontation in the first Demon World, setting the stage for the explosive battles ahead. But what's truly intriguing is the brief flashback we're teased with, showing what appears to be a young Deborah holding a key with an eye-shaped crest at the top. The next episode will probably explain to us about the third eye in detail, like who created it, how does it work, and more. Whatever the case, episode 15 seems poised to offer a rich blend of action and lore, giving us insight into the Demon Realm's complex hierarchy and the history behind its most infamous figures. Fans who have been craving more depth to Deborah's character and his ties to the multiverse's darker forces will likely be in for a treat. Episode 14 of Dragon Ball Daima feels like the perfect payoff for weeks of careful setup, and I couldn't be more thrilled with how the story is unfolding. The stakes have been steadily climbing, and this episode made it abundantly clear that the real battle has only just begun. The episode also showcased excellent pacing. It juggled moments of humor, tension, and world building without feeling rushed. Vegeta's protective chemistry with Bulma was a delight touch that reminded me why their dynamic remains one of the most iconic in the series. At the same time, the introduction of the Gendarmerie Special Forces and their quirky personalities was a fun callback to the Ginyu Force, even if their antics felt a bit recycled. Hopefully, their eventual showdown with Goku and the gang brings something new to the table. What did you think of episode 14? Do you think Neva has a hidden agenda, or is he genuinely on the hero's side? And how do you feel about the Gendarmerie Special Forces? Are they worthy adversaries or just comic relief? Let me know your theories and opinions in the comments below. Well, that's it for the day. If you enjoyed this review and want to see more content like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support us and keeps the discussion around Dragon Ball Daima alive. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future updates or reviews. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.